And historic storms strike Southern California, all while a 5.1 earthquake hit near Ojai. The term hurricane trending on social media. You're watching The Rundown. Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Winston. For the first time in more than 80 years, a tropical storm hit Southern California. Hilary brought heavy rain and caused big problems, particularly in the Inland Empire.
Trees are going.
My goodness, some mountain communities are dealing with rock and mudslides. This happened so fast, people had to run for their lives to avoid getting hit. This rock slide in Forest Hill sent people running as well. It came down quickly with massive boulders, trees, and mud. This happened right next to a fire station. No one was injured. Well, take a look at this. This is video of flash flooding in Cathedral City just outside Palm Springs. You can see the water has inundated streets and neighborhoods near Interstate 10. Several homes and businesses are flooded. People can be seen standing on their roofs, and cars have been left abandoned.
Ran into what we thought was just a puddle, and then we ended up getting swept away. And then once the water got up to the door, then we got out of the car. Waded the water that was already coming very quickly, and then we went to the building.
Several homes and businesses are still flooded. Firefighters have responded to the area. Thousands of schools in our area closed down because of the storm. The superintendent of LA Unified School District says there wasn't enough time to inspect every campus to make sure they were all safe before sending kids back to school.
There is no way we can compromise the safety of a single child or an employee, and our inability to survey buildings, our inability to determine access to schools makes it nearly impossible for us to open schools.
Superintendent Carvalho says it would have been reckless to make any other decision other than to close down schools for Monday. In the San Fernando Valley, we saw flooded streets. There were a lot of cars stuck in huge pools of water. Drivers had to push their cars out of the flooded intersections of Satakoy and Lankershim in North Hollywood. Also in Sun Valley, low-lying areas were heavily flooded as well. That trapped several cars. Look at these cars just stuck. They were stranded for a couple of hours until city workers were able to reach them. Businesses along Melrose Avenue will have some cleaning to do. The heavy rain flooded streets of the Fairfax district, causing thousands of dollars in damage. As floodwater quickly went up to the sidewalk Sunday night, a skate shop named Brooklyn Projects became inundated. The owner says he's looking at over $10,000 worth of damage to shoes, clothing, and skateboards. He says this is the third time in 7 months that his business got flooded. And this time he used sandbags and taped off the shop, but that didn't help.
And I called the fire department, and then they quickly responded. Within 2-3 minutes, they came here. They popped open the manhole cover, and counted 30 seconds. The water dissipated, and the city came and did their job.
But not before all of the damage.
A bar named the Umbrella Company decided to stay open, but after floodwater started coming into the business, they had to have their patrons evacuate the bar out of caution. LA County health experts are urging all of us to stay out of the water in the wake of Hilary. We saw a lot of surfers braving some big waves as Tropical Storm Hilary hit. But right now, officials are just worried about potentially hazardous runoff from all this rain from Oxnard in the north all the way to Long Beach in the south. That could include debris and possibly harmful bacteria. As of right now, this advisory runs through 9 a.m. on Thursday, but the county says it could be extended. Let's check in with meteorologist Belen De Leon, who's tracking the storm. She'll let us know how long we'll have to keep our umbrellas handy.
We knew that Tropical Storm Hilary was going to be historic in Southern California, and now we're taking a look at the rainfall that fell, and we shattered those old records. Downtown LA got almost 2.5 inches, Burbank more than 3, and Riverside almost 2. And officially, the rainiest August day ever was recorded in downtown LA on Sunday. The old record was 2 inches, set back in 1977, also from a tropical system, and we broke that. The weather is going to be drying out for the rest of the week. After Monday, we could put away the umbrellas, and we're probably going to have to turn up the AC. So here's a look at the trend in Riverside, where the start of the week will be humid, temperatures in the low 80s, but the rest of the week will be drier with temperatures warming into the 90s and the return of sunshine.
Southern California was hit with an earthquake in the middle of our storm, our rare storm. Your phone may have alerted you. I sure got one. It was a 5.1 centered near Ojai in Ventura County. Video from this home security camera in Santa Paula captured the shaking Sunday afternoon. Some light shaking was reported as far east as Redlands and Yucaipa in the Inland Empire and as far south as San Clemente. There were at least a dozen aftershocks of magnitude 3.0 or greater, along with several smaller ones. The hashtag HurryQuake quickly started trending on social media. Well, turning now to Maui, recovery teams have still only covered around half of the burned out areas of the island. Their focus continues to be the historic town of Lahaina, ravaged by the flames. The wildfires are the deadliest in modern U.S. history. At least 114 people were killed, but authorities fear the death toll will only rise as recovery and cleanup continues. More than 1,000 people are still missing. The American Red Cross and rescue crews from all over the U.S. are working together to help locate more victims and provide aid to residents. The devastating wildfire in Maui is just a reminder of how dangerous fires can be here in Southern California. The I-Team discovered some new ways some local homeowners are keeping their homes safe from flames and hopefully maintaining their insurance. Here's NBC4's Carolyn Johnson.
It's magical. You'd never know where you were.
Christopher Pitney's home is tucked away in the Santa Monica Mountains. It's a beautiful place to live, but it can also be a risky one.
In this area, fire is so unpredictable.
Christopher's had to evacuate a few times. His home, though, has always been safe, but he's not up for the gamble anymore.
If I could put a few more chips in my pocket before that happens, well, it'll make playing the game a little more comfortable.
System test activating.
Christopher hired Frontline Wildfire Defense to install a sprinkler system. It's attached to his roof and under his eaves. When a fire is nearby and embers are a threat, Christopher or Frontline can trigger the system. Its technology allows it to work even when the power goes out.
All the combustibles on and around the home are going to be saturated, right? And they're going to be wetted down to create an environment that's simply too wet to burn.
And if a fire gets really close, the system releases foam.
This is the same Class A biodegradable foam that firefighters carry on their trucks. You simply don't need a firefighter there to apply it.
If the water supply is shut off for firefighter use only, Christopher's pool is the system's backup source. Frontline says the cost of this system is about $10 a square foot, so $20 grand for a 2,000 square foot home. Other residents are turning to prefab homes, which are designed for fire resiliency.
All of our homes are built with metal framing, so the floors, the ceilings, and the walls, and soon to be the foundation. So you have a material that's non-combustible.
The builder, DeVal, says the homes also have built-in sprinkler systems, and the crawl spaces don't have exterior ventilation, which is often how embers get in.
We have such an airtight envelope in the home that you're just not getting the possibility of like embers entering the home.
The cost of this home in Northern California's wine country is $2.2 million, similar in price to nearby homes with traditional construction.
So what do insurers think about these innovations? Well, the I-Team has reported on homeowners unexpectedly losing their insurance because of wildfire risk. Others have told us their premiums are now so high they can barely afford insurance. But will mitigation efforts make a difference?
Insurers are looking for homes that they can give discounts to.
Janet Ruiz with the Insurance Information Institute says sometimes your efforts alone aren't enough. Insurers want an entire neighborhood pitching in.
When you have a wildfire coming through, it's a community level fire, and that's where we all need to work together to reduce the risk.
Victory, Hobbs.
Christopher's insurance company didn't give him a discount for his sprinkler system, but it hasn't dropped him either. And if fire does come his way?
Well, this is no longer in my hands. I've done what I can do. What's your will, God?
There are some steps you can take for free to keep your home as safe as possible. Remove flammable mulch around your house and replace it with non-combustible materials like rock or gravel. Keep the area surrounding your home clear of dead plants. cut back tree limbs that hang over or near your home, and it also helps to clean the leaves and pine needles from your roof and gutters. So write that down, don't forget. LA County Supervisor Hilda Solis joined forces with LAUSD officials to announce the first ever mobile health clinic at a school site. A ribbon cutting ceremony took place at Wilson High School in El Sereno. The healthcare clinic will provide essential medical services to students within the Wilson High community. That includes sports, physicals, vaccinations, and screenings regardless of a student's ability to pay.
It will serve student athletes for their physical inspections. It will serve their parents. It will address vaccination needs. There's something for everyone in the community.
LA General Medical Center is partnering with the county to launch this clinic. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.